But then there's some unforced errors, 100 level things that have nothing to do with scheme or structure that we made mistakes on today. So we got to clean that up. We're still 100 level in so many places. We got to find out who can play. It's hard to be a 300 or 400 level team or player or unit if you're not good at the 100 and 200 level stuff.
And with that, welcome into the first practice peek of Spring Ball 2025. And as you just heard from head coach Brent Pry, he was very adamant after the fourth spring practice today that the team is still at that early 100 level, early install period, but that's to be expected through 4 practices in the spring, especially when you bring in a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, a bunch of new transfers and freshman players all trying to figure it out. But I think there are definitely still some positives to take away in the 7 periods the media was able to see today. And first off, starting off with the running back group, which maybe comes as a little bit of a surprise. Pre-spring, you heard about the injuries in that room to Coney, Marcellus Hawkins, some other guys, Terry and Stewart still being off campus, but those same guys, Jeremiah Coney, Marcellus Hawkins, I thought impressed today, and Coach Pry thought the same. He added to that after practice.
Yeah, I tell you, Jeremiah Coney, he just, he's playing a little bit banged up, and we did our angle tackle drill today, and he did a great job. He always does in that drill. He made Caleb Woodson miss pretty badly, and Caleb's one of our better tacklers. We got a healthy Hawkins out there for the first time, and I tell you, he made some cuts. He caught the ball well. He just did some things in day one that, I didn't expect to see a whole lot from him today, and he jumped out. And then Tyler Mason, he's got the ability to kind of slide and make an outside cut look really easy. And we saw some of that today from him.
Now, outside of the running backs, also that skill position on offense, wide receiver, you had transfer guys, Donovan Green, especially Cameron Seldon had a nice one-handed grab in the open portion. But Coach Pry talked about these guys as well as Aiden Green. Those were the first 3 wide receivers to go through drills. And he talked about how these guys have shown veteran leadership and how they've adjusted so far.
I've been pleasantly surprised. He catches the ball more naturally than I anticipated. He's got really good speed. He's got a great build. He's got really good work ethic. To this point, with 4 practices in the winter program, he's everything that I hoped he'd be. He's made a couple of really nice catches in some big moments. To be honest, he made one to start practice in red zone one-on-ones. The game winner for the offense. Made a heck of a play. He's a competitor. He's a worker. He's more mature now. He's coming. I'm excited about the year he can have. He's been healthy all winter. He's been healthy at this point in spring. He's made plays. I think he's earned, trust and respect. He's an awesome young man. Very respectful. Learns well. Acclimated. Talked openly in front of our team on a particular occasion. Showed some vulnerability and just really impressed with him. And I'm excited about what he brings to our team.
Now switching over to the other side of the ball, for the safeties, a guy who popped really early, I thought, in the drill work was Tyson Flowers, a transfer safety from Rice. Coach Pry added to him and gave a little tidbit on what he likes from all the safeties they brought in through the transfer portal.
Tyson his football IQ is off the charts, particularly for a new guy. Had a nice interception today on a deflected ball. Koval can run, can strike you. It's just making sure he gets going in the right direction. But and I think Cash and Ellis has a really nice speed. He's got some traits that you equate to corner or receiver. Like, he's a really good athlete. And then I think that Cash is just kind of your all-around type safety, man. He can tackle. He's got good instincts. He's not going to be the top guy out of that group on measurables and speed and all that stuff. But when you just put the whole body of work together, it's a great group to work with.
Now shifting back up front to the defensive line, Coach Pry also talked about transfer Ben Bell and transfer James DeJoncum, how they've stood out here early, and what do you think they can add, especially from that edge presence?
I think Bell's going to be a guy that potentially is going to be hard to block. You know, James is bigger and stronger than I expected. A guy that can strain and hold point and do things.
Now, some other notes from practice that stood out. Granted, it's only the fourth practice, a lot of drill work. Didn't see any 11-on-11. The transfer center from West Virginia, Kyle Altuner, I thought he looked good at the center position. Along with him, Chance Wiggins. We talked about the wide receivers a little bit in the first three of Cam Seldon, Donovan Green, and Aiden Green. Right behind Donovan Green at the X position was Chance Wiggins. I thought he's done a lot for his body this offseason. Looks really good. Made a couple contested catches. Really like what I've seen out of him so far. And then also, moving back to that defensive line, a couple topics. Kamari Copeland, he's back, he's healthy. He looks re-energized. And then also true freshman Christian Evans. I saw some really good reps out of him going up against Kyle Altuner, Laith Ganem, other guys like that, and also Gerard Johnson. So a couple notes there on the defensive line. That was spring practice number 4, practice peak number 1 of 2025, shaking off the rust on the field and off the field. But signing out for now from Blacksburg, I'm Colby Crawford, but make sure to stay tuned into VTScoop.com for all the updates through spring ball. But for now, I'm Colby Crawford, signing out. We'll catch you next time.